And we live fresh off the Knicks losing to the Pacers. I got white boy Chris here with me, Ray with me. We're gonna be recapping some of these game three games and those game two games. Who played yesterday? I think it was the Mavericks
Mavericks
and
and the Celtics in the Cavs.
Mavericks and the Celtics and the Cavs and the Thunder. Yeah, okay.
I told y'all not to put y'all trust in Boston. Like I told y'all they were not finna sweep them.
Oh, so we finna get Boston out the way. We can go and get Boston out the way.
I told you them bunch of bums was not finna sweep them niggas.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, yes, I
You
did.
you said it after they didn't sweep them.
No, I said that Boston was not gonna sweep Cleveland before they even played the first game.
Ray, you remember that?
I seen it.
I do remember him saying something where he was
I
doubting
said y'all,
Cleveland taking
and I said y'all really y'all, because I said y'all really trust Boston like that to sweep them. I said they is not gonna sweep them.
Uh, yeah, I want to show they lost to what's the name? They lost to Miami in game
in game
two.
two. Yep.
So I'm not surprised about nothing they do. And I told you
Told y'all.
the biggest question is like, did y'all see Jason Tatum comments?
Yep.
Nope.
This dude said, "Oh, they saying we're a super team, but we ain't got the coach of the year, we ain't got an MVP, and we ain't
Oh
got these
my
all
god.
stars."
I got to hop off real quick, but Nick, I did not hear that. I'll be right back. I'm finna cook him.
All right, but yeah, right. I think apology to Donovan Mitchell is in order. And
Forgetting the
what's up with
game.
this, Swiss? You said what?
Forgetting the game.
Bro, you been talking shit about Donovan Mitchell for a long time, bro.
That boy
He
finally got a
closed
good
out.
playoff game. That boy finally had a good playoff game, and I don't know how many games, man. I ain't trying to hear that.
What's up with the Swish? Roast this dude. He been talking bad about Donovan Mitchell for like how long we started this podcast? Like 2 years?
Yep.
It's been like 2 years.
I was talking bad about him before then, but yep, that lines up
So
with the podcast timeline.
you see them spider logo. You see them spider logos, man. It boy been talking bad about Mitchell for 2 years on
You can
earth.
kill Spider with Raid. I don't want nothing that weak
Yeah.
that can die that easily.
It's tied up with the Celtics. Didn't you pick the Celtics to win the championship?
Did I have them to win the championship?
I think you had the Nuggets.
I had them going to the East.
I think we both
But
picked the Nuggets. After the Nuggets, I don't know. But do you change your mind about this series, or it's just like, man, they just got this one game and Celtics just can't sweep nobody?
it's about to be a Heat repeat. They
Okay.
got their one win, but I think Celtics about to take care of business going forward. I don't see this as, oh man, a turning point or anything in the series.
I kind of agree with you, but I honestly think they can get one more, bro. I just think they look so much better with one big. And Evan Mobley actually looked good. Darius Garland actually looked good. Max Strus hit some shots, and they match up with them body for body. You don't think that at least?
I think it was just more so Celtics just played bad more so than um it was them with their matchups. There's one thing Perkins said something after the game that I've been saying. It's no reason why Brown and Tatum not dominating. It's no reason. Like it's no excuse in the world I can think of for why it's no reason.
Man, it is a reason they not like that for real. Especially Jason Tatum just not like that offensively, bro. I would want him to be I would want him on my team, but I wouldn't want him as my main scorer, bro. I'm gonna forever feel that way. I like Jason Tatum game, but I don't like him being my number one option. Like it's kind of like a Paul George type of thing. It's a reason they don't dominate. It's called heart. That's true. I think Jalen Brown got more heart than Tatum. But Tatum, I don't
He
know,
got
bro.
more skill.
Yeah, he don't got the skill Tatum got, but Tatum, we talked about this last time. He
No,
just don't
I
know
ain't
when
trying
to
to hear
go.
that about. I ain't trying to hear that about that Hearts talk though, because Jalen Brown went back to that left hand was looking questionable again. Like game two.
That everything was looking questionable game too. They took 38 threes, right?
I don't know what. Other than Derek White, nobody on it in Hauser, nobody should really just be chucking up threes like that on their team.
I just don't get it. Like if you would call them dudes, if you would classify them dudes on 2K, what would be they playing styles? For Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, like slashing wings or something like that.
I say he like a two-way slashing shot creator.
The same thing with Tatum, or was that Tatum?
That was Tatum, and then Brown, I say,
These dudes say Ingram
probably,
can do the same shit. What? Go ahead.
I can go that far.
I would say Ingram can do the same shit Tatum.
I'm not about to compare somebody on anybody on that Pelicans team ain't getting compared to nobody after what they just displayed.
But what's Jaylen Brown 2K character?
I say he about the same build, but
he got slapped in it right.
Yeah, but
and these motherfuckers
I think they attribute to be given to different categories and somewhat, but I think they still got the same type of build.
Man, them dudes just need to quit all their damn shooting, bro. Ingram can do the same shit Tatum do. That is crazy. Ingram, see, bro, it's the thing. The only because, bro, I think Jason Tatum in that second tier, and that's not a bad thing. The only thing with that is you got to keep people where they belong, or else it's gonna look crazy when you start trying to put them in certain conversations. Like, I think SGA and the jump to tier 1. Do you agree with me there?
Yeah.
And I think Devin Booker and Jason Tatum have fell back to tier 2. Do you agree with that?
I think Tatum always kind of been in this tier, and I think that's the main thing is him taking that leap that he's never taken yet, or at least hasn't shown.
The only thing with Tatum that had him close to tier 1
because of that finals.
Same thing with Booker. Yes, you get to a finals and you under 25.
Booker showed his tail off in that finals though, for most of them games. Tatum did not. No, so that all finals performances ain't created equal.
But the only thing with that is Devin Booker had one specific role in his finals. You know what I'm saying? Like they had like Chris Paul was doing a majority.
And what did he do with it? Did he not execute it?
He did, but I'm saying I think Tatum had more responsibility. Tatum, bro, look back on that series, bro. Tatum really had a lot of responsibility.
What was Booker's one role? Because he was a finisher too, so I know he had more than just one role.
That's what I'm saying. Scoring was
finishing is a whole different. Is a whole role in itself, though, especially in the finals.
The scoring / closing games, yeah, the same shit to me.
Nah.
They number one option. That's what I'm saying. I think Tatum need a guy like that. That's where it's like, you close the games, I'll do everything else. Because I think that's the thing he can't do. I don't trust him as a scorer and a closer. That's all I'm saying. Like if Jason Tatum had that version of a Chris Paul, wouldn't you trust those two to win a championship or be in the same position as the Devin Booker team? Or if not better?
I mean, he's been in that position before without him, so.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I still kind of, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I just think
it still comes down to what Tatum is showing up.
That's the problem. It
don't matter who you pair him with. If Tatum not showing up like he's supposed to, that ain't gonna matter.
It's because we only seen him as a guy that's gonna be the number one. If he got a guy like Trae Young, you think Trae Young gonna let him do all that brick and Trae Young go like, man, I got you, bro.
No, it's my turn to brick now.
I don't think, Brand. You don't think Trae Young will be a way better version of himself on this Celtics team if you take off Jrue Holiday and insert him.
I mean, he may shoot 44%, which is higher than probably anything he ever shot in his career. From three,
And
he might get back to a more efficient three ball.
it's better
But
than what
other
them
than
niggas doing
that,
right now. It's better than what them niggas doing right now.
I'm talking
That
about
boy
for a whole
Tatum is shooting
season. We got to get to the
27
season.
from.
We got to get through the season first, and I don't know what Trey gonna look like for a whole season. You talking about just the playoffs? I'm talking about the whole season.
See, I trust Jason Tatum in the season. All that shit, he do work in the season, and he gonna be available to carry.
But look what you got here. You got one guy who you can trust in the season. You got another guy who said he don't even care about the regular season.
Ooh, you right. You right. I mean, I don't know, bro. So who you got winning game 3?
I just told you. I think it's about to be just a
Oh, you think they finna win out?
yes.
Man. Did they say Jared Allen coming back? Oh, he still can't walk and shit, right? That's what you that's
Yeah,
not
they were
funny.
saying that. They were saying at one point. That's what I was saying last episode. They said this dude having trouble to sleep. I said, dang.
Damn, bro. I want to see if he gonna play game 3. So how do you feel about the Cavaliers with this one big lineup? We done seen this all year. It don't matter who the big is, but they always look better with one big, right? What's going on?
I think the writing is on the wall for one of their bigs after this season. I
Who
think
would you pick? Who would you keep, rather? That's what I say. Who would you keep?
they might lean more towards
Don't say.
Allen, to be honest, because
Oh, okay.
Allen done proved himself more this season. Even the games when they was both out there and it was no Mitchell, um, Allen has tended to outshine him.
Hey,
Even
Swish.
in
Let
the
me know if you
playoffs,
still in the chat. Who better, Allen or Mobley? Who would you rather keep? Keep going, bro.
it got worse after the playoffs came, and Jared Allen was even at times looking like the best player on the court. Period. So
Facts.
if they don't choose him, I think that's going to be a big mistake on their part. But I'm assuming that Cleveland is going to lean more towards Allen.
Evan Mobley is untradeable. He is 21. See, that don't mean nothing. He gonna be
I'm finna
27
say,
still playing like this.
in this day and age don't mean nothing.
Man, I ain't gonna stun. I'll trade Evan Mobley and Darius Garland. I'll bring in Mikal Bridges, and I'll probably bring in goddamn. I'm trying to think of like a stretch 4 or something. I don't know. If
It's like,
it
please don't
means so.
say Dorian Finney-Smith.
Boy,
Please.
hell no.
Nah, you was trying to vouch for him earlier in the year. I ain't trying to hear that.
He a good trade piece, but shit, I ain't getting rid of no Evan Mobley or no Darius Garland just for him. Or both of them for no just yeah. But I think I would trade. He was just second in D pool. Man, all that defense don't mean nothing if you can't score. They were struggling to get 100 points against the Orlando Magic. That's a good defense. But Evan Mobley, nah, bro. Evan Mobley look like he a middle schooler out there trying to score from the post. Like he got a middle school offensive game. I don't know. Nah. And
He'd
I don't
be a
see that
deer in
mix
headlights at
a
times.
deer in headlights, right? For
He
real.
only look in place on the defense, man. On offense, man, I don't know what he be doing half the time.
Do you think so you would trade Darius Garland for Mikal Bridges?
I think that'd be a win-win for both sides.
I do too. Because
the Nets definitely need a point guard. and I think he can flourish over there.
How about that, Swish? Would you trade Darius Garland for Mikal Bridges? I think, bro,
So you
we
got a
ain't never got to
dependable, you got a dependable guy who he still ain't missed the NBA game, right?
hell no,
Bridges.
which is crazy.
That's Mikal Iron Man Bridges. Man, but yeah, I feel like you get a dependable guy out of Bridges, and then what's it called? You can have Mitchell at the one, and you got a true two guard. Um, and then the Nets, like I was saying, they get a point guard that they desperately need in return.
Bridges and Ben Simmons, you ain't getting all that for no Garland. Well, you
Ain't
might. Ben
nobody
Simmons,
Ben
if he ain't got no
Simmons stock
value, my
down
bad.
so much. Ain't nobody no.
My bad. You right. We can wrap this and get to the next series. But I did want to say this: is Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum on the same tier to you, or you still got Tatum higher?
And that's the problem I have with Tatum, because Tatum shouldn't even be in the same tier as these guys, man. He should have
But
never
why
posted
not
that
though?
text message. But yeah, based on the reality of it, yeah, they are in it. They are in the same tier. If you just want to go based off of um, what they actually produced.
Okay. So we both pretty much agree. We will get rid of Evan Mobley, get rid of Darius Garland, try to bring in like Mikal Bridges, because we never really seen Mikal Bridges get to play the two. They always trying to make him play the three. That boy is skinny as hell. He's a two. And we never got to see Donovan Mitchell really play the one. So it's like, bro, yes, he goes shoot too much. I put up Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell. Of course, Switch say Spider. I'm at this point where it's like, I just trust Donovan Mitchell more, bro. If I needed an actual number one guy, like if I had to build a team around one guy and he has to be the main scorer, I'll go Donovan Mitchell. Like, I ain't gonna care. I just think he a killer, bro. The boy say, dog, Wolf versus Poodle. Okay, you want to talk about the Mavericks game from yesterday? Okay, see Mavs. Bro, Derek Lively can't finish for shit, right? He really can't, bro. It was getting to the point where it's like, bro, you are right by the rim and you like 7'1", and you an above the rim athlete at that. How can you not finish? I think he blew like 5 layups.
Dudes be out there nervous, man.
But I still liked him. Hey, and you seen Josh Green? Ain't nobody gonna talk about
Oh
the role
yeah,
players. I
he
want to
was
start
knocking
off with the
down. He
role
was
players.
knocking down some clutch shots.
Man. Oh, Chris said
But
Tatum.
the true hero of game two is none other than Chris boy PJ Washington, man. I didn't
Flamethrower.
think he was about to have that type of game. I honestly didn't. I was like, Luka started off in the first quarter going crazy. So that was a good boost. I don't think if Luka had that first quarter that that the Mavericks tied up 1-1. I just don't. So they definitely needed that first quarter that they got from Luka. Kyrie made up for his bad shooting with he was playing some defense. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro, them steals, that boy was looking like a corner out there, boy.
But yeah,
Tim Hardaway. See, yeah, what I told y'all before the playoffs started, I said, bro, it's gonna be one Tim Hardaway game for all this bricking he be doing. It's gonna be one Tim Hardaway game where you be like, man, we really needed Tim Hardaway tonight. And that was yesterday. Don't nobody like Tim Hardaway. They always talking shit about him until he helped win a goddamn game. That third quarter, when him and Kyrie were having that little 2-man game back and forth. Come on now. I think did he score like 10 or 11 points like quick? Like Nobody respects Tim Hardaway. His daddy needs to shut up though. But Tim Hardaway did his thing.
If anybody remember, you old enough to remember what Tim Hardaway said on a live radio show, that man ain't gonna shut up for nobody.
Oh man. So what did you see out there? Do you think this was just like the marriage just got super hot and they were just clicking on all cylinders, or was it from something you seen from OKC that you didn't like? Swish said Mavs and 6, but go ahead.
One thing I did notice a difference is the energy that OKC had in game 1 was not the energy they had in game 2. They bench wasn't as productive because on game 1, you can almost argue that it was a team effort on OKC side. Like everybody was just, it seemed like everybody was just eating. But yeah, game 2, them dudes, I don't know. I don't know if they were still just happy that, they were like, well, if we lose, I mean, series gonna be tied.
You gotta stop playing Josh Giddey, bro. Stop playing Josh Giddey. Chet played terrible. Terrible.
That boy's out there missing layups, getting shot blocked. I'm sitting there like, yeah, this dude is showing me who he really is right now.
I think, bro, because Chris ducked. I mean, where the duck emoji? He ducked this. He ducked everything.
What a pro wants, what a pro needs.
That commercial's so dry. Hey, bro, Jokic commercials is better than the goddamn Shea and Chet commercials. Keep it a buck. Hey, Nikola Jokic commercials actually all right, Ray. I'm just saying.
Right. No, I was just being funny with that commercial. But no, man. Mavericks just played with a different intensity. You could just tell they was in they was in bear mode. Them dudes was not, they wasn't taking no for an answer. Anytime OKC tried to crawl their way back into any type of life, Dallas just like, ain't happening. We not going back to Dallas down 0-2. It's just not happening. So yeah, I think the main thing was just, the main difference was, like I said, the intensity and the energy that Mavericks brought compared to what OKC brought.
Is it sustainable?
I think it is. Mavericks showed in round 1 they got Luka and Kyrie back. They've shown it. I believe it. I don't think that's just they only do that when they up. I think that's the identity they trying to create for their team. Is like, we know who our leaders are, but we right behind them every step of the way. So I believe that play is. I don't think PJ about to go out there and go crazy like that again. But I
don't think Kyrie gonna be that bad. I think that's gonna be the separator.
I can say it's more likely that Kyrie's about to have a pretty darn good game in game 3 compared to him having another bad shooting game. But he has been a little shooting slump, but I don't think that's gonna last too much longer.
What has been the best series so far to you?
Probably the Mavericks and OKC.
I ain't gonna stun. Pacers
and Nick, they got a longer history, so they've been hyping it up like them commentators and all that been hyping this up like a WWE story, man. They literally said game 1, like I think that was game 2 when they was asking Reggie Miller. No, I think it was game 1. They was asking Reggie Miller about that, like how you feel about being back in New York, and he was like, "What you mean? I own New York. I always." I'm like, "Bro, this is just all entertainment." But aside from that, though, the games have been good. Don't get me wrong, because every game been close. But I like the star power matchups that the
Okay.
Mavericks and OKC bring, and then they also got complementary guys that you also just like. They got you on the edge of your seat, far as just the high level play coming
And they
from
both feel
multiple
like they ain't got
guys.
no ceiling right. Like either one of these teams could get a run and end up in the finals type shit, huh?
Yeah,
And you looking at the Pacers and Knicks like, man, y'all getting y'all ass smacked next round.
basically.
I feel that. Now we finna get to the Knicks and the Pacers. But I will say this: make a prediction for Game 3. You got OKC or the Mavericks. You already picked the Mavericks, right?
Yeah,
Just strictly for Game
I'm
3.
picking the Mavericks.
Okay, they better win it. But Pacers, Knicks. Say, bro. Oh, you lucky Tyrese Halliburton decided to show up, bro. I was so ready to cook him,
He showed up
but
game two. His teammates didn't. No, that's
he
what it
he
was.
faded that second half.
Rick Carlisle made a dumb decision keeping Nimhard in there, getting cooked like that, and he should have had T-Day in there.
No,
Nimhard, I will say
Nimhard
this:
get cooked by
Nimhard.
everybody. You not just see what DiVincenzo did to him?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying in clutch time, he should have made an adjustment and put because McConnell was the second best player that game. Game one, he took him out. He was the best player that game. So, I feel like game two, they that was a mistake on coaching. They trying to say they not getting certain calls, but I think the biggest missed call of that fourth quarter was them not changing that little tiny um change up and just putting McConnell back in and letting him finish the game out instead of Nimhard. Because McConnell,
Hey,
man, people can say what they want. Before Jalen Brunson had that little injury in game two, McConnell had been defending him the best out of anybody on the Pacers. I'm like, why would you not want him in the game at that time?
but it's the refs' fault. How you feel about that? Them blaming the refs. I hate this shit, right? I
And you
hate it.
see, the funny thing is, when they won both games, the Knicks went straight to the back after those games. Soon, when they lose game three, who was the first person talking to a ref after the game?
Yeah, Jalen Brunson been talking too much. He getting on my nerves. This shit.
But they
Like,
also said, but I will say this though, this ain't the first time that the Knicks have said something about the refing because the coaching staff said they feel like the refs are missing a lot of calls for Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson haven't been complaining, but I'm just
but
saying
Ray,
that
are they missing calls or they expecting this shit to be soft like it be in the regular season?
that's what I'm saying. It was a play where they was talking about Tyrese Halliburton got pushed by Josh Hart in game two. Tyrese Halliburton kept playing, but that was one of the main things that the coaching staff for the Pacers brought up. I'm like, bruh, you got to play through it. You like some people want to stop and start like Josh Hart after every time he go for a layup, he was looking at the ref like, "Come on, man, they fat." I'm like, bruh,
Yeah,
they
he been
not gonna
wanting too
call.
much too.
Like, you think you about to get every call when you go to the hole? Like, come on now.
That shit is annoying, bro. That's why I say SGA my favorite superstar when it comes to complaining and talking to refs. He at least do it in a respectful manner and he don't overdo it. I've never seen SGA overdo it. Not as much as
He took
these
a
dudes.
page out of Kawhi book.
Oh yeah, Kawhi was one of my favorites too. Kevin Durant was good at first, and then he just became something I didn't even recognize. But I don't know, bro. I so what what they finna be on game 4?
Mm-hmm. It's
How
gonna
do you
be
feel
interesting
about this
game
series?
four
Yeah.
because coming out of game four, DiVincenzo limping up, finishing the game. Halliburton finished the game limping. Jalen Brunson still ain't the same. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of banged up people going into game four. So it's gonna be interesting to see who is back um, prepared um, for game 4 for
Can
both
I just keep
sides.
it real with you? How is this even still a series with all the injuries that the
Who
net
kn-
the
who knows? It's probably
Nets
about to be a
have?
shift, especially if they going back to New York too.
Man,
Because
them motherfuckers.
people say that really they should have been leaving New York coming to Indiana. Um, they should have been up 2-0.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they should have been up if Halliburton was like that. That's my problem. Halliburton, say, bro, a 6-point game in a second round of the playoffs was just absolutely
bro,
crazy.
I already told you what was going on with him in that first game, man. He
I
had them
don't
back
give,
spasms. He was out there barely moving, man.
I don't give a damn. I'd rather you sit out. I'd rather
See, then
kill
he
you for
sit out.
sitting out.
Then he sit
I'd
out. You
rather
gonna kill him
kill
for
you for
sitting out.
sitting out
He
than
would
being
have
in the
got
game
killed
giving me
for
6
sitting
points.
out. It was
Okay,
damned if I do, damned if I don't.
yeah. So don't play and be looking like that. I ain't gonna forget that. You say we gonna forget you was in that suit if you come back and you score 34 like you did game 2.
No, because he not gonna clown what he had on.
Oh,
That boy came
oh
out with some shorts on. That boy was dressed like he's about to go to a golf club event or something. I'm like, bro, what did you got
man,
on?
bro. When they said he was looking like a Peaky Blonde, that shit took me out,
Man,
bro. That is hilarious. But I did want to go over this with you. If I told you that Josh Hart out rebounded Siakam and Miles Turner combined, what would you say?
I believe you because I want to say he was on par or he was out rebounding Embiid in the first round. I know he averaged 17 and 12 in that first round.
But
I can't tell you exactly what Embiid numbers was, but I know he wasn't just rebounding way more than that.
he
I
had
think
go ahead.
it's time to start having a discussion about how good Josh Hart and DiVincenzo's been in this playoff so far. Like people want to say, man, they just like he ain't got so and so beside him. He ain't got this. He ain't got that. I'm like, man, no, I'm not trying to hear none of that. DiVincenzo was a starter, slash role player on a championship team. This same DiVincenzo played with Curry last year, and
You heard
Curry.
that from the broadcast today. You forgot he was on that Bucks team. Keep going.
No, I didn't. How would I forget he was on that Bucks team? That's what he started at.
Man, keep going, Ray. I'm gonna
Oh
let you get it
man,
off.
but people forgetting like he has proven to be a solid role player. Now he's proven to his role to expand it more because you got guys who are out of the lineup because they injured. So he probably would even be in this position if those guys are playing. But the fact that we are seeing what he's fully capable of when given an opportunity, I mean, look at where he came from.
Man, he on his
He played on
Caleb
the.
Martin shit,
No, I'm saying
right?
he played on the championship team. He
Huh.
played with one of the greatest guards of all time, two of the greatest shooters of all time. So I mean, not only does he have a championship background, he also comes from two guys who obviously taught him something along the way, even though it was only for a season. But I mean, you played a full season with two of the greatest shooters and one of the greatest guards to ever play. So I mean, it ain't like they just pulled him from an undrafted and just like, yeah, we're gonna give you a shot, and he just, man, who is this guy? Like, no. And then Josh Hart, we know what Josh Hart is. He's an energizer bunny. Like, dude, he got Hart. Literally, it's his last name. He has Hart. He don't know how to he don't know how to he don't know how to shift gears because he always in overdrive.
Hmm.
Dude literally sat down for the first time in his series this game, and he only sat down for 4 minutes, got back in, and I don't know. I feel like he could have played the whole game again. Um, he's always been a great rebounder for his size. You can literally look at him and just be like, dude is a pretty solid built guy. So
Mhm.
like he's always been a strong finisher. Like the two things that he is best at, he's always shown. He's just never
Yep.
had he's just never had a role where, okay, we need you to do this a lot. Like you do this at times, but not for a long, like not for like a consistent period of time. So that's why we seeing his second and third option and Hart and DiVincenzo.
Oh Lord, listen to how that. I'm sorry, that just keep
It
going.
sounds crazy because they're not natural second and third options. But the fact that they're more dependable than a lot of people's second and third options right now in the playoffs, I which one is more telling?
Did you see my poll I put up about team chemistry? I said who got the
No,
best chemistry out of the Knicks, the Timberwolves, and
it wouldn't be
OKC.
surprising if somebody said the Knicks because I mean they got college background together too.
I was just gonna say, you don't think that plays in a part of them overperforming? Because I think they just overperforming, bro. I think Josh Hart got 2 elite skill sets, and you pointed it out. He's an elite transition finisher, and he's an elite rebounder for his position. Actually, for any position. You know, it's only been one game where Siakam and Miles Turner out rebounded him, and that was game 2. And they out rebounded him by 1 rebound. They combined for 16. Josh Hart had 15. The other 2 games, game 1 and game 3, he out rebounded Siakam and Miles Turner combined. So I think his rebounding is the greatest skill I've ever seen in a guard. He's the greatest guard rebounder I've ever seen. And that includes Russell Westbrook. Would you agree with that?
I'd
I
say
feel like
he
his
up there. I'd say
I
he
think
up
his
there for
rebounds be
sure.
more impactful than Westbrook's.
Because another
Like,
another underrated rebounder at the guard position was D Wade. That boy,
see, I
it
think
was
he just clears them. I hear what you're saying, but I think Josh Hart the greatest guard rebounder I've seen, bro. In terms of when he gets them, how he gets them, and it's not just they coming out on the perimeter off jump shots, and I know how to get those.
no, he be down there boxing out.
Exactly. I think he the greatest guard rebounder, and I think that's such an elite trait, especially in the playoffs where positions are paramount. He gets
Oh,
off,
another underrated rebounder was Rondo. That's another good one. But yeah, Hart is definitely in that conversation. And if he
but see,
wasn't in it before, he definitely done put his name in the bid.
But do you see what I'm saying though? The difference between a Rondo's rebounding, a D Wade's rebounding, and a Westbrook's versus a Hart's. They used to get rebound, but it's not. I've never seen a guard rebound like this. Offensive rebounds, the defensive rebounds in the trenches,
He
like
be getting rebounds in the clutch too.
clutch rebound. That's why I say I think he the greatest guard rebounder, and I think that's the biggest part of his value to the Knicks. And he don't run out of steam. He don't run out of steam. The
I
same
can
way
say
he start the games, how he finish it.
he got that Curry conditioning.
Crazy. Crazy condition. I think that's like the only person you can compare him to in terms of conditioning. But yeah, man, I think the Villanova Knicks. I think it's it's the team chemistry, and I know a lot of people are ready to say certain things about Jalen Brunson, but I think Jalen Brunson is having the same effect that Ant is having. They believe in their best player, and they taking on his toughness. Because one thing that we seeing with Jalen Brunson, his ass is tough. He missed that goddamn free throw, and what he do? Came down, hit that 3.
Hit that
It wasn't
three,
for
yeah.
if it wasn't for that miracle 3 from Nembhard, that was a miracle, bro. You seen Tyrese Halliburton,
I
but
ain't
if it
gonna lie,
wasn't for
when he shot that, because he took a step, he was already far behind the 3-point line, and he took a step back, and I'm sitting there like, what? And then he hit that
after
mug. I was like, okay. That's one of
he
them
wasn't
threes
doing
where
nothing
you
all
like, bro,
game.
what the good shot, man. God.
Yep.
It was just one of those things that like, bro, that dude, yeah, he hit a crazy shot.
Nembhard ain't scary though. That's one thing I'll give him. But
I've been
I
saying the
just
fact that he was already kind of having a bad shooting night, and then he takes that shot.
he was 1 for 7 from the field
I
up
was
until
like
that
the fact
point.
that he took that shot. It was like, no, let's go. That was
But
one. That's one of them shots from the like we on the bench. You like, oh my god, is this going? Oh my god, it went. But yeah, Halliburton reaction was just about everybody's reaction in the whole building.
do you think it's like I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is with Siakam. The numbers don't look as bad as the eye test did. He was 9 for 14, 1 for 1 from 3, uh, plus 15. He had 26, 7. I feel like he could have played better.
In that fourth, I think he had some moments there, but then like in the last couple minutes, it was just kind of like. But I don't think I think in this particular game, it's just how the game was flowing. They really didn't need um everything happened how it happened. I mean,
Yeah,
I think that's how it came about. I don't think it was more so or that like we needed him to do more because sometimes um doing less is more. So
facts. I feel
I
it.
think it was just one of those games where he had his moment in the fourth, Halliburton had his moment in the fourth, and then Nimhart had that shot.
I feel that. I feel that. How you feel about them putting Neesmith? Remember, I said it. I said it. Put Neesmith on Brunson and shift everybody down. I think I
Brunson
like
did hit a tough shot over Neesmith, but it was like Neesmith was there the whole time.
had to work. Had to work. I just think, man, if Jay, man, I don't want to use the excuse because we already talked about this. Me and Jay the Brunson foot right, bro. He would kill these dudes, bro. He been killing these dudes, man. But DiVincenzo, Alec, why it took Tibbs this long to play goddamn Alec Burks, bro? I think we talked about this. Like, did we talk about this the round before or before
Alec
this?
Burks and Bogdanovich must have talked to each other because Alec Burks probably said, "Man, what did you do to finally start getting played? We came from the same team at the same time,
You
and
know
he
what he
still ain't
did? He
put me in
got
the game,
hurt.
and you hurt."
He got bro. OG and
Not
Bogdanovich and
only that,
they got
Bogdanovich
hurt.
got hurt, then OG got hurt. I know Burks was like, "My time about to be called." Nope. Then he
Man, the
finally get a
fact that
call, and he came in instantly 4 for 4. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Burke,
he can score.
that's what I'm saying. Now, sometimes
Yeah.
Burks can't get out of control and starts trying to take shots like he is the number one option. Like he starts trying to dance with people. I'm like, bro. One thing
But
I know about Tibbs, if you're not the star player, play a role.
right, what do they say? I'd rather have a guy have to calm down than rile up. Like
Tibbs,
he
I
went.
don't think that's what Tibbs say. Tibbs gonna say go out there and play defense. Can you
They
play
got to
40
be
minutes
what
a night? Or are you
they,
or he gonna say either are you capable or can you? Both of them better be yes.
but it's still disrespectful for Miles McBride to be getting more PT than Burks, bro. I don't
I'm
care
just
what
saying he
nobody
was
says.
out there bricking. He hit that one shot, but he was man.
And he fouls 3-point shooters. Nobody ever talk about how many 3-point shooters Miles McBride fouls, bro. He's always fouling 3-point shooters. Um, did you predict this? You predict game 4 already?
No,
So who we got for game 4?
I think they going back to New York 2-2 though.
Okay, they should. God damn, they got a 7-man rotation, and 3 of them dudes was DNPs. The previous games, and I think he should. Oh, I did want to say this about Tibbs. I think he should have played Achua in the closing minutes because you seen when Indiana start getting all them rebounds towards the end offensively, they just start tipping back out.
It was
Like,
one
bro,
possession. I was like, God, dog.
why he didn't have Achua in? He had Deuce McBride in. I don't know what's his obsession with Deuce McBride, bro. But man, it's neither here nor there. So I think I ain't gonna lie. Because I don't see DiVincenzo doing this again. I don't know how hurt Brunson is. Pacers should crush their ass in this game. And if they don't, I'm killing Halliburton. Win-win for me. Moving on. Nuggets versus Timberwolves.
Why is Halliburton the only player when his team lose, he get the whole blame, but any other team, you gonna pick out certain players?
I do not like him, bro.
So even if he have an outstanding game, he go out there and drop 50 points. He hit clutch shots after clutch shots, and they lose. You gonna still blame him?
Yeah, I don't like him. I thought he had a good game today. I thought it was moments where he started to hit a few shots in a row that they needed. Like when they went on a run, I think that was the third, late in the third or whatever. Where he kind of went on a mini run by himself. Those are the things I look for when a guy is trying to be a star. Like, do you
He had
want it?
you was talking about his defense. He must have heard you because he got that block on that transition. He got that key steal to end up getting him to get that on that layup in transition. Like he played defense when he want to play it, and it's like, bro, you got the. It
He's
ain't like
6'5" and
That's
quick.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it
Exactly.
ain't the only thing he need to add a couple of pounds on him. Muscle. He need to add some muscle on him. Can they get, man, a lot of these young guys, I'm like, man, go to these older guys who been in your shoes before. Go talk to Curry. Curry was a frail, skinny dude. Like, go talk to him, man. What did you do to add the muscle you did, but you didn't over add? Like, but you added just the right amount. Like,
He go
and
say,
it's
I didn't do podcast tours and I went to the weight room. Simple. But
no,
he do need more strength though.
definitely.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
What's your
Yeah,
take on game 4? You said you taking Pacers?
oh yeah, I'm taking Pacers just because they should win it. They should win the game, bro. They really losing to the 2016 Villanova Wildcats. This is crazy. Like Siakam and Turner have to rebound. Siakam, I want to see him even more aggressive, but I do think Hardenstein has played him good. But I gotta see. They should win, bro. It's like no excuse at this point. Win the game. I think they should, and they will win the game. But Denver T Wolves. So what was all that you were saying, Ray? What was all that you were saying? Didn't you say something like Jokic was a fraud? Jamal Murray has been the worst star in these playoffs. Something along those
Bro,
lines.
we was talking first of all for context. The Murray statement was about what's it called? The second round. I was saying he's the worst star so far in the second round, the playoffs. You was trying to say Halliburton was, and I said even if you don't want to say Murray is a star for his team, we can go with Tatum. Then Tatum has been the worst star the whole playoffs, really. Um, dude didn't have a good first round. His second round has still been lackluster. Um, but aside from all that, um, I said that Jokic was a fraud MVP because he ain't the real MVP of this year. It shouldn't even been. He should have been the third. If anything, it should have came down to Luka and SGA. And the one thing I seen somebody said the other day, they said that only Jokic can change what the real meaning of MVP is as an eighth seed, a fifth seed, and now a third seed. And I said, you know what? That's crazy because um, I feel like I wanted Luka to win, but I feel like, yep, this is SGA's for the taking, man. He ended up getting the first seed, 30
Mhm.
points. You ain't never seen nobody as a number one seed who averaged 30 points not win the MVP. We've never seen that in the history of NBA. You can go look that up. We've never seen a number one seed have a player average 30 points and they didn't win MVP that year. He's the first person to not win MVP as
Mhm.
a number one seed averaging over 30 points. And I said, that is crazy. But it just makes you who was that? Was it Richard Jefferson talking about it? Talking about we need to I think it's time we actually um talk
Defined
about
what the MVP was.
what an MVP really means. Like, is it your best player? Is it the team that has the most like that who values that player the most? What is the MVP award? Because we know it has most valuable player in the like that's what it stands for, but that's not what it seems like it holds up to at times. Because the past 10 years, like let's just be honest, they've gotten it wrong half the time. Past 10 years. So I
You said they
mean,
got it wrong. Which Psalms?
at least half the time in the last 10 years. Starting off more recently, last year when MB cried his way into MVP. Um, But
I thought
man,
Jokic deserved that one.
I don't
That's
know,
just
man. It was one year Dame was a number 8 seed. I think this was the lockout year. And people was like, man, Dame deserved it. He been the most valuable to his team. Take Dame off their team. Not even
man.
boy, they would have been a lottery team that year.
I agree with you that SGA should have been the MVP this season. But we not finna act like Jokic wasn't dominating all these top teams this year. Even in the regular season, he just came off a Finals MVP, right? He just came off a Finals MVP in a dominant playoff run. And then in this season, was he or was he not killing every top team? So I
But
get SGA's on the ride.
that takes me back to that
But
point I
Ray,
made. What
but it's a
is an MVP?
come on, bro.
If I
So
because we said
before the
it on
playoff, okay, let me
we
just
said
ask you
on
this
one of our
before you
episodes.
finish.
We said on one of our episodes he was in
Mhm.
cruise control this season.
And he still was the best player in the league. Before the playoffs started, who do you think was the best player in the league?
Before the playoffs started, I thought Luka was the best player in the league.
Well, I don't know, bro. I just because this is my thing. If it's a regular season award, outside of them losing to San Antonio on the last goddamn day last week, them niggas would have been the number 1 seed, and he would have had a better record against all the top teams. So
but that ain't
it's
what
like,
happened.
but he still had pretty much a better record than all the top teams.
Pretty much ain't the same as being better than every team.
And my thing is, Luka team just wasn't good enough. SGA, he had the best case, and he probably should have won it. But you just know they wait until a guy has a thicker resume before they give him an MVP. That's just how that should be going. I'm not saying it's right. I would want SGA to get it just because nobody thought OKC would be this good, and he didn't have no All-Star on his team, and he averaged, like you said, 30 points. So I would have gave it to SGA. But I'm not gonna call. I just think calling Jokic a fraud is a little harsh. She's one of the best players I've ever seen in my life, and I've been watching basketball 20 years. So it's like calling him a fraud is crazy.
I'm just saying he shouldn't even been a top 2. It shouldn't even came down to him as a top 2. I feel like he should have been third. That's all I'm saying. When I say fraud MVP, I'm not saying he's a fraud per se. I'm saying that this particular MVP for this year, it didn't go to the right person.
I ain't mad at that.
Let me reword it. Let me not call him a fraud then. Let me just say he stole this year's MVP.
26, 12, and 9 on 58, 36, 82. And he played 79 games. That's crazy numbers, bro.
That is. We don't see crazy. He had an MVP. It's a difference between being an MVP and having MVP like an MVP season.
You ain't wrong, but I'm just saying, like,
you can go look at. I mean, I know for sure Giannis missed more games, but you can look at Giannis numbers and be like, dang, this dude got some crazy numbers.
And then SGA was 36 and 6, 50, 54, 35, 87.
And that's a guard. Like, when the last time we seen a guard average shoot 54 from the field?
No, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, but come on, bro. You would never beat no table for SGA.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. No, that's crazy numbers. I didn't realize he shot that crazy.
Luka, 34, 10, and 9, 40, 49, 38, 77. Luka played 70 games, SGA played 75, Jokic played 79. And then I'm gonna look at Giannis real quick before we get back to this game. Giannis was 73 games, 30, 12, and 7. 61 from the field, 27 from 3, 67, 66 from the free throw line. Bro, all them niggas had crap. All them numbers look video game. So
And you remember at one point we was like, man, Giannis shooting bad certain nights. The fact that he still finished the season shooting 61%, that
yeah.
is crazy.
Okay. Now quit beating around.
Chris say?
He said Mavs repeating Clipper script. I don't know what he talking about. But
Oh, he's saying from round one how they lost game one. Now they about to go back and finish them off or whatever.
I'm gonna put the duck emoji on Chris real quick. But Denver versus T-Wolves. So what you see in this game? Because you done danced around this subject. We done got all the way into the MVP talk. Yeah, I ain't forget. So
No,
what's up now? Y'all was trying to bring out the broomsticks. Y'all was talking about how
Jamal Murray looked like Jamal Murray tonight. That's for starters. I think that was the biggest thing I noticed first. They
what was
team
you
as a
saying?
whole.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say what you were saying about MPJ.
In that first quarter, at first he was looking shaky. I know I wasn't tripping. Like, I know I wasn't the only one who was watching that.
He hit the first three.
Bro, this dude had Gobert on him and was hesitating on how to get by him, and then just passed the ball. I'm like, bro, it's Gobert.
He's 6'11" his damn self. He's 6'11" his damn self. Gobert ain't no slouch.
He had on the perimeter, all the way out there by the hash. I said, "Oh
bro,
my god, if you don't take this
MPJ
dude,
is 6'11", right? I get what you're saying. He ain't that much faster than Gobert. He ain't got that much better ball
I'm not
handling.
even talking about driving past him. All you gotta do is see him with a little hesitation, and Gobert going, what he about to do? He gonna freeze, and then you pull.
Man,
because in that same possession, that's when he hit that three. He he ended up running behind some screen to get open, and I'm like, this is my problem with MPJ.
Mm-hmm.
He was putting the ball on the ground way more in that first round. He was showing his whole arsenal.
You don't think this defense is too good for that?
Man, show me the clips where Gobert was locking somebody down on the perimeter.
Bro, you act like MPJ is a guard, bro. I get he's wing-ish.
We've never seen in Gobert's whole career ever be a good perimeter defender.
Somebody that's somebody 6'10", I done seen him guard KD.
I've seen MPJ put a move on people to create some space. If you can't do that on Gobert, I don't
Gobert's
know what to tell
a 4-time defensive player of the year. You honestly think Gobert trash. You honestly think
that's
Gobert
like
trash.
saying, was the Kembe Mutombo a good perimeter defender?
Man, he don't move like no damn Gobert. Stop it. Gobert is not that bad on the perimeter, bro. Especially without somebody around his size. Stop it.
Bro, we done seen people make him make full 360s on defense.
And have they been somebody of Michael Porter Jr.'s build? That's what I'm saying, Ray. We not finna act like Michael Porter Jr. supposed to be out here saucing up Rudy Gobert, bro. That way is. I get what you're saying, but nah, bro.
I've seen MPJ do it to better perimeter defenders, so I know what he's capable of. Capable of. It ain't like he just, bro. You trying to hype up Gobert defense on the perimeter? We know why he one of those defense players of the year. It ain't got nothing to do with his perimeter defense.
All right, Ray. Okay, because I thought the starting five of Denver showed their true colors, and they all played how they supposed to play. They combined the big three of Denver combined for 69 points. You got 12 out of KCP and 13 out of Aaron Gordon. This was best case scenario for the Nuggets. But do you think what blowout was more impressive? This blowout or game 2 with the Timberwolves?
I think game 2 was because I think everybody after we seen them come in game 1 and take game 1 in their house, we all kind of was like, okay, yeah, Nuggets ain't about to go down 0-2. And the fact that not only did they go down 0-2, it's just they went down in bad fashion. So I think that nobody expected T Wolves to, especially win in that fashion. If anybody had them winning, I don't think they had them winning a blowout. So I think that was more impressive. We come on now. Everybody and their mama knew
Didn't know it
that
could be a
that
blowout.
no, everybody and their
Y'all was
mama
talking
knew
about sweep.
shoot. The way they've
Y'all was
been
talking about
playing,
sweep, Ray.
the way the series have been going, everybody starts kind of having that discussion. And if they would have lost tonight, it would have really started a dialogue. But I'm pretty sure T Wolves already knew that Denver was gonna come out and play what's it called. I'm not gonna use the word desperation, but I feel like they knew like we can't lose tonight. We can't like it's
Ma-
just we can't do that.
You
So
said
they
it
did
earlier.
they did kind of have their backs against the wall. So
Man, you said it earlier. Jamal Murray actually looked like his goddamn self. I haven't seen him look that healthy this whole playoffs. He actually looked healthy. And we said it. I think we were texting about it the first quarter. So nah, bro. I just think if this is a fully healthy Nuggets team, the series is different. I still think Minnesota should win this series. I think Swish said at 7 games. He got Denver in 7. But I still think Minnesota should win the series. But the way y'all was talking about how the Nuggets was finna go out, I thought that just was so disrespectful to the reigning champs. And the Jokic slander, I'm not with it. I thought Jokic's third quarter was masterful. Jamal Murray's first quarter was masterful. Just, heart of champions, bro. And I actually think they could take both games in Minnesota, bro. This wasn't no fluke. That's all I'm gonna say, Ray. And it is. Can we finally say Minnesota just was going crazy offensively that we're not used to seeing? This seemed about right. Anthony Edwards, I think he got to be more aggressive. He didn't get aggressive till they was already getting their ass whooped. So I'm kind of on him about that. But yeah,
he was definitely
what do you?
aggressive on defense. He just wasn't as aggressive on offense.
I mean, he only took 15 shots, played 37 minutes. That's just not enough shots. It's not enough shots. Not for nobody of that caliber, especially we know how efficient he is in the playoffs. I think Anthony Edwards is one of the most efficient shooting guards I've seen in the playoffs since he started playing playoff basketball. So only 15 shots as a number one option, especially at the shooting guard position. No. Donovan Mitchell would have had that at halftime, bro. But I just think he got to be more aggressive on offense, especially when you start to see the game. When you see Jamal Murray getting it going like that, you have to try to start matching that. Like how the great players notice when other great players are starting to try to go on a mini run and they answer. Like,
Uh-huh.
okay, you go down there and score, I go down here and score. Like Anthony Edwards still got to figure out that part of the game. Oh, Jamal Murray look like he has it. Let me match him. You know, and especially when Jokic didn't have it, because by the time Jokic had it, it was over with, Ray. It was over with. Because Jokic was struggling at first. So, any thoughts on Game 4?
Um,
And then we can wrap this up.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a slugfest. I don't think it's gonna get out of hand in game 4. I think it's gonna come down to the wire. Um, I'm trying to see who I want to pick between, because something's telling me that, man, the Wolves really want to send a message going back to Denver saying we're gonna end it in y'all stadium. Something is telling me that they trying to. I don't know. If Ant is the dog, I believe he is. I think Ant about to go crazy in Game 4.
Is there any reason why Cat only had what did he have? It felt like Cat wasn't doing. I damn near forgot Cat was out there.
He came out in the first. I ain't gonna say the first quarter. The first couple minutes. Yeah. And I was like, okay, Cat about to have one of them games. He took a deep three for his first shot. And I said, what is he shooting at? That's a heat check type of shot for your first shot. And he made it. I'm like, oh, okay.
He played 33 minutes, was 4 for 7, 4 for 5 from 3, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. It felt like why did Naz Reid take more shots than him? Naz Reid took 7 shots. He wasn't efficient. Nikhil Alexander-Walker wasn't efficient.
Took more shots.
Conley he was 3 for 9, 1 for 5. Yeah, Conley was jacking up threes.
I mean, granted, he was open in those shots, but I don't know. It's crazy when a guy who is out there literally not trying to score is taking more shots than a guy who is supposed to be scoring.
I gotta go back and see what was going on with it, because I'm trying to see how they only took 71 shots.
Did they throw the game?
Huh? That seemed weird, right?
I'm like, at first I thought like, okay, they just had a bad shooting night overall. And then I started looking at the number, like, what?
It looked like this. It felt like they wasn't taking enough shots.
Like Anthony Edwards shot efficient. Towns shot efficient, but they just wasn't shooting a lot. It's like, I don't know.
Because you look at on the other side, you say Jamal Murray, he took 21 shots, Jokic took 18. Then you had MPJ with 10, Gordon with 7, Caldwell Pope with 6. Then you look on the Minnesota side, Ant was the most with 15. Then you had Conley with 9, Cat with 7, then McDaniels with 6, Gobert with 5. That just seems a little weird. I get McDaniels and Gobert only played 27 and 22 minutes, so that's a little bit more understandable. But when you over 30 minutes and you a second option, 7 shots is a little crazy. I don't know if I'm tripping, but I did it kind of felt like that. Shit. I don't know, Ray. This is a weird series. Is this taking the cake for the weirdest series in the second round right now?
I wouldn't say the weirdest, but I definitely say today's game was, I don't know.
Are you as confident in Minnesota as you was going into Game 3?
Oh yeah, I still got confidence. Even if they don't take Game 4, I still got confidence in Minnesota.
But I'm saying 117 to 90. How many points is that? I'm slow.
That's 27.
27. Oh Lord. That's just weird. I don't know. It's weird to me. They won by 27 this game, and last game they lost by 26. This is a weird series, bro. It's a weird series. I'm picking Denver to win Game 4, by the way. I don't know why. I just feel like if Jamal Murray is healthy, I think Mike Malone is a good coach. I think Nikola Jokic is the smartest player in the league currently. Timberwolves, bro. I don't know, bro. I think they could wear down the Nuggets just because I just still think they got more depth, better defense. They got to wear them out within like 6-7 games. But I think, man, Nuggets, they a prideful team, bro. I knew they wouldn't go lay down, and y'all was just so disrespectful on how y'all were talking about them, bro. Yeah. You got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here? This was a great episode.
You hear Budenholzer got unhired?
Oh yeah, I'm so ready for KD and LeBron to get the hell out the league. I'm so ready for it because say, bro, I think this they gonna keep playing. This gonna be a legacy, Ray. Real talk. Because if you think
How
about
they
our
went out.
era, yeah, like coach killers, prima donnas. Because just think about how they going out.
It's gonna make you
KD,
start. It's gonna make you start looking at their whole career as that.
yeah. Are they leaving the league better than when they found it?
I don't, and I think that's the biggest misconception with any all time great. That's one thing I can't kill KD on because when you think about any all time great, they all went out sad. Kareem, the only one who left out on a high note.
No,
Magic left. You know about the whole HIV thing, but came back and it didn't look good.
no, but see,
It
it's not
wasn't
about
good.
play though, right? It's not. I'm saying like, are they leaving the game in better hand? Like, is the NBA better because LeBron and KD was in it in terms of like just the direction the NBA is going?
Mm, I don't know because shoot, these young guys they idolize the Paul Georges and the Steph Curry. So um,
Did
I
they set
think
a good example? Basically, what I'm saying. Those guys specifically, the KDs, the LeBrons, the Kawhis, even Steph. I think Steph has been great for the game, but he's also been bad for the play style of the game in certain ways. So
see
it's
that's the
like,
only that's the only rain cloud you can hold over Steph. But Kawhi, like you look at the load management with with KD and LeBron, you look at the whole join up and try to create a super team. And then you also now people talking about coach killer. They talking about in the last 3 seasons, Katie done went through 6 coaches, and they now it's like they're building up, they're stockpiling on the negative or the flaws in their career more than they're stockpiling on the stuff that you would add to one's resume.
facts.
So
Because you talked about Magic and how he went out, but think about how Kobe went out. That shit was great. Think about how Tim Duncan went out. Think about how when Dirk went out. You see what I'm saying? Like it just was like I'm not gonna. They didn't go out good. Like they weren't great players by the time they
but
left.
at least they had a
Like
farewell.
they had a farewell, and it was like
Like I don't even know how players are gonna like. I know Ant came out and said, um, Katie his favorite player, but how he was playing against him in that playoffs, I couldn't tell that.
facts.
That dude was openly disrespecting him. I'm like, I don't know if these young guys even care to like show respect to these guys when it is like, okay, yeah, this is my last year. Like a farewell tour is supposed to be like a send off, and a lot of these players, man, I don't think like I was saying earlier, I think they'll show more respect to a send off of Paul George before they have a send off for these other older cats. And I'm like, I don't get it. But then again, I didn't grow up in that era. I grew up before that, so I
It's
can't really.
it, bro. Let's just keep it a bug, man. LeBron, KD, Kawhi. They've been playing low key mercenary basketball, holding teams for hostage and dictating the terms. They ain't really been. I ain't gonna get into it because we gotta end this, but it's just like I just feel like they ain't set a good precedent for the guys coming up under them. They've been great players, all time great players, and they going out better. Like they actually are still good. You still can say they all three borderline top 15 players. And if you include Steph Ford because he inadvertently had some negative effects on the game just because of his play style. People think they can do it, but that's that he can't control that. But I'm just saying, man, at any era from transitioning from one era to the next, in my opinion, since I've been in law, I think I've only seen one transition because we got the end We got the end of Jordan. I seen one Charles Barkley game. Woo, 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 woo. So the transitions have always been way smoother and respectable than these. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You
I
see
love
that?
how the last
You see
generation
people
went
talking
out.
about. You see people talking about. It's time for KD, Steph, and LeBron to all team up together for one last hoorah before, and then all of them should go out after that.
They might as well get their ass whooped in the second round. Might as well, bro.
So what team should those players go to?
Y'all gotta go to the Warriors, bro. Steph a real nigga. He ain't never left. And y'all mercenaries anyway. Take y'all ass to Golden State. I think it would actually be fun to watch. But see, LeBron will still try to play 2 more years. And he go try to get Bronny over there. He go try to have too many stipulations, man. But hey, it wouldn't even be OP because then none of them dudes make it past the first round. So yeah, add Kawhi ass on there too. He ain't gonna play anyway.
And they also been talking about was that you who sent me that that Paul George and PJ Tucker to the Lakers?
Uh-uh.
I can't remember who sent me that thing. I can't remember what it sent me. Who? Maybe I've seen it somewhere. They was like Paul George and PJ Tucker for D'Lo, Rui, and some other stuff. I can't remember. But I was just like, I'm not anything. Anytime I see Paul George, I don't know.
Man.
The top of my head just start itching.
Ray, I heard an interesting point about the Lakers. I don't know if you were familiar with this dude named Van Lathan. He a Lakers fan too, though. He in the media. And he was saying, man, Lakers rather be going through what they're going through now than go back to the Robert Sacre days, the Darius Morris days, the Andrew Gallup days. And I'm saying, I'd rather go through a rebuild and hope like hell, like a straight gold with a Orlando Magic type rebuild, a OKC type rebuild, even a Cleveland Cavalier rebuild. Get a couple guys and attract a star. Y'all the Lakers.
But they
At
saying
some point,
they're saying this gonna be the worst NBA draft ever. This ain't
no,
the year
not
to
this
start
one.
that.
Not this one. But the next one is going to be special. And see, I think this is my problem with GM. They don't look far enough ahead. If I'm a GM, fuck this draft class. I would have traded these picks 2 years ago. People that follow the draft knew this draft was gonna be bad 2 years ago, right? 5 of they top 10 players, them dudes was like 6'2", 6 feet. That'd be the easiest way. If it's 6 feet and 6'2" guards at the top of a high school class, most likely that class is gonna be ass. So I'm just saying, we knew this class was gonna be bad 2 years ago. I'd have been trading all my 24 picks, stacking up my 25 picks, 26 picks. But if the Lakers really want to do what they go do, bro, 25 and 26, you got a generational draft in 25, and then you got if 25 draft gonna be an A plus, I'm gonna say 26 gonna be an A, and franchises go change. Those 2 draft classes, watch somebody go end up with another OKC or they go end up with another Orlando, because you got guys that's gonna instantly come in and be the next Palos. They gonna be the next they just gonna be the next guys, bro, that I actually trust. But yeah, man, y'all gotta blow that shit up, bro. Think about the future. Because you gotta remember, if y'all didn't rebuild, y'all wouldn't have got LeBron in the first place. I'm just saying. Anything else?
No, that's all I had on my end.
Well, man, we just done recapped every game. Go chop some of this up. Great, nice talking to you. This was a great episode, Ray. I know you was trying to run from me, like little Chris ran from me. But you stood in the paint, and I salute you for that. And you know,
What Wayne say, man? I ain't never ran from it.
and I ain't about to pick the Dana style. And on that we go.